A man is behind bars in Washington County as he faces a long list of sexual abuse and drug charges involving underage teens.
A Beaverton police spokesperson tells us the suspect targeted students near Sunset High School. Fox 12's Leslie Dominique has that story.
It's news no parent wants to hear. A man is accused of sexually abusing and selling drugs to underage girls. Beaverton police told Fox 12 on Tuesday that the suspect approached multiple students near Sunset High School. Prosecutors are zeroing in on 26-year-old Joshua Delago following his arrest. In a Washington County indictment dated March 11th, Delago faces 19 criminal counts, including rape and sexual abuse. Also, the unlawful delivery of methamphetamine and marijuana to minors. Of the 9 identified victims, many were children at the time of the alleged crimes. Prosecutors claim Delago engaged in a scheme spanning from 2019 to March of this year, in which he would provide weed or meth to underage female students and then sexually abuse them.
It's scary. It's a scary time.
Tim Brown lives only blocks away from the school. He says in recent years he's seen more drug activity moving from the inner city to the suburbs. Beaverton police confirmed that while Delago was loitering near the campus, he had no affiliation with Sunset High. We asked the Beaverton School District about the suspect's alleged presence near the high school. They declined to comment. As the investigation continues, BPD believes there may be more victims out there. Brown encourages parents to have honest conversations with their children.
I volunteer at the Pro Rescue Mission that have been involved in drugs or addiction issues. It's really important to communicate and address these issues early as possible.
And again, Beaverton police believe there may be more victims or witnesses in this case. Anyone who has encountered Delago is asked to contact the police department. For now, reporting in Beaverton, Leslie Dominique, Fox 12 Oregon.